Yeah, somebody just turned off my microphone. Greetings. All right, here. Thank you for joining us. All right, we have messages and going to Q&A. Lessons in one. There you go. All right. All right, lessons. Blessings. This is Archangel Raphael. Blessings to you. Yes, there is many changes on the way for the Earth. You're already going through the changes now. You don't have to wait for the 21st to occur, as many are waiting for. It is a time loop. Many new timelines that have not been even predicted, and it's kind of impossible to predict them because Spirit does not want you to. It's that simple. So that's where growth comes in. So there are many timelines that are here to reflect the energies of society back onto itself, waiting for society to come out of its old ways, not quicker, but to shine a light on what has been hidden. Because humanity doesn't always realize they don't always see themselves. It's not always a reflection of themselves. They don't always see what they're doing. They just do what they're doing. And much of that's you're kind of the age of self-reflection, you can say. And many changes are coming, of course. Not just that, but basically those that are looking at life one way and then another reality opens. Basically what many of you are already diving into. So as you go up to a higher state of understanding, the world will start to crack open what you've already discovered a long time ago. That's a seal. Oh. Greetings to you. We are the Andromedans. Greetings. We do have a connection to your, we call it gorilla people, ape people. As us Andromedans, we're understanding the evolution of the human. As early Andromedans were feline, but also many were reptilian also. And it goes much deeper than that. Actually, it goes into insectoid energies. So before man, there was an insectoid for some of us. But some of those histories are hidden. Even with us alien beings, we discover our roots. Like who is here first? But it's always a mystery. So we feel like many mysteries in your reality be discovered in your coming year within yourselves, not necessarily worldwide, because the world does not want to uncover those mysteries just yet. It is still hiding a lot. This is the shadow world, as you can see. They're always not revealing just yet, but some of you are peeking in, poking around. You know who you are. It doesn't work sometimes. Sometimes there's backlash, as you know. You're kind of like some of those that are looking into your reality, kind of like whistleblowers also. And you're seeing how much is being put together. Of course, beings are watching that, and they can hide things still. Some of them do. Some lessons. Greetings to you. This is Archangel Lucifer. Greetings. As you guys can see, your world's going through a lot of darkness at this time. As darkness has made itself a household name. It is not afraid to show itself recently. But that also means that there's cracks in their creation, meaning that when darkness shows its true self, that means the light can hit it even harder, meaning it doesn't necessarily it's going to have legs forever. Now, what's in the shadows is easier to exist. But when a room, like you open up the door and there's light coming into the room, yeah. But if the door is closed, it's always dark. So darkness it likes staying in the shadows. That's how it stays in existence. But many of you people are exposing things. As darkness really does not care anymore at this point. Well, it knows that it can't last forever either. But it also shows how it does things too. How it became what it is. Obviously not revealing itself fully. But it is giving you an inside look in some form or another. So I'm happy to answer your questions whenever you are ready.
Oh, greetings. Welcome. Blessings. Thank you for coming in. That's pretty interesting. I was about to say something and then it just kind of left my head right now.
Yes.
But all right, that's probably for a reason. Up first this evening, we have Dario.
Hello.
Greetings.
I knew you would come in.
End of the year, if I have to make an appearance every once in a while.
Yeah, that's good. So, any messages for me? That would be really nice.
Well, it does seem like you are like freezing time recently. It's another reason why you've been feeling the way you have been. But there is much happening behind the scenes, but for you that shows that you're working a lot behind the scenes actually.
It's peanuts.
Yes. He's been staring at the wall all day. No, but but yes, it means that you're working heavily in astral. That's why things have been very quiet recently. I believe this came out of nowhere too. I don't believe this is necessarily your direction, but something happened recently.
Yeah.
So you're always going to a new timeline this year. It's kind of going to it right now, but it has a lot to do with the new year energies too. So
that's interesting. Yeah. That's also very cryptic again.
Well,
I always get this cryptic. Why? I just have to sit down and use hours and hours of thinking and decipher it, and then you can't decipher it, and then you finally are on the timeline where you hear and see it.
Well, yeah, you're connected to a lot of God consciousness. Of course, everyone's connected to it, but it seems like you're going higher up within that consciousness. Changing
hairstyle,
kind of like repairing God or clearing out all the old God stuff that used to be here or is here. That makes sense. The belief systems from God, clearing that out, bringing in new energy from God, if that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. About time.
Pulling out his ears.
And other messages that could be nice to hear. Forecast, maybe. A Lucifer forecast for Dario.
Well, before that, I do feel feline energies are reconnecting, like feline people. Some parallel world that you're connected to right now, they're like a white feline race. They're like lions, tigers, things like that. That's kind of cryptic too. I'm not saying what you're doing there, but it has to do with their timelines connecting to Earth at this time. As for your forecast, well, let's see here. It is so blocked, I can't even see it. 1 second. Well, there is like a golden timeline energy they're bringing in, like a red ruby of change into your timeline, meaning you're adding a shift that wasn't there before. I believe it's more of social life that you're bringing up. That'll be into your next year, though. Everything's kind of, not going anywhere until then.
Yeah, if you will live here, you will be bored.
Well, who are you talking to? I'll find some kind of crime does pay. Well, for a while at least.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and have a cool channeling with this group.
Yes.
Yes. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Logan.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
What are my connections to the Melchizedek sons?
Well, they're not here anymore. But I mean, yeah, there's like gorilla energy they're connecting to. It's one moment. There's ancient energies that are from human DNA that you're still working on. It seems like figuring out. It seems like it's all DNA related. It has to do with the evolution of the human, of where it's going also. So I see it was like a Zeta gray scientist, is what I see. So that's all I have for that. Blessings.
Cool. My second question is, what messages do my guides have for me at this time?
You're actually very connected to the planet Mercury. Now, it's not called that. I mean, that's a human name for it. But it was in another location at one time, what was actually a larger, more vibrant planet. You had royalty connection there also. But you're also there when it was shut down or went into its demise. It ran its course. But they're not really saying a whole lot about it at this time. But you brought some of that information here. Some of your friends currently are part of that world too. It has something to do with copper type of clothing, things like that. Instead of gold, they had copper. Well, a form of copper. So, blessings.
Thank you. I think I can connect to that. Blessings.
Thank you. Up next, we have IC.
Greetings. This is an interesting connection. Never had the chance to speak with you before.
Yes, greetings.
I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with my dorky stuff, so I'm just gonna ask a question about my health. I've been a little, I don't know, like a lot of emotions, roller coasters, and being overwhelmed, feeling heavy in my heart. A lot of like this fire in my heart, and sometimes it's like passion, other times it's really like deep sadness, and I'm just really struggling in the middle of that lately, and I would like to free myself from this. If you have some advice, thank you.
Well, it looks like you're connecting more to the earth than you realize. Call it the etheric earth, or maybe that's not the best word for it, if that even has a meaning to it, but that's the word I'm getting. You're connecting more to the earth's timeline. Like you're connecting to Mother Earth. You're feeling what humanity is going through, but you don't know how to deal with it. Like, what am I connected? Is this me?
I mean, who would? Yeah.
It's not you. It's what you're connecting to. So, yeah, you're more combined with the earth than you realize. So as you realize that, like it's almost like you can like look at the planet. Like the planet's like a ball. It's like it's not that big. Like we're right next to you, and you're feeling it. Through a human perspective, you're feeling what it's going through. To a degree, you're not feeling everything. If that was the case, you'd be
insane. I understand. Yeah, it's just like sometimes it's like, okay, am I having a split personality disorder? Sometimes I'm really happy and I'm like,
that's the Earth's energy. Yeah. So you are going into it more of even the Anunnaki energies that they seeded here. You're going into their ancient roots here. So you're going into like the ruins of they don't just have ruins here like Babylon. They also left here timelines, and you're kind of going into that timeline.
Maybe like a past life or something. Maybe like trying to connect with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're looking for answers about yourself. Yes.
Oh,
Right.
too much. Okay.
And that was like a queen lifetime in your past. Babylon.
A good queen or a horrible, terrible queen?
No, I don't see the horrible one. That was an Andromeda, actually.
Oh, yeah, I have some rage there somewhere, so I
That
think
was an Andromeda.
that's crazy.
Yeah, you had your own castle and everything. I mean, you know,
Wow.
why not? You even had a big cat.
I had a big
one.
I hope I didn't torture anyone. That's terrible.
I'll leave that for your connection.
I'll figure it out. Okay, my second question. I have a friend who's being hospitalized. He was in a coma actually, and he woke up, but he's really recovering slowly. And I had planned to visit him, and then exactly the next day, I just felt sick for like the whole week. That was last week, and I just couldn't I couldn't leave my bed for like 2 days, and I was just struggling even with eating, and I felt. Honestly, his family is very fanatical Christian people, and I wanted to bring a different energy, and I think I got zapped or I got held back because I expressed some things to his mom, like, hey, I just want to there's a bad energy in there because someone was visiting him without permission, and I know that person is a woman from Philippines. She's doing something strange around him, and I said that, and that's it. But then the next day, I had to cancel. I couldn't get up, and I feel, did I get some backlash? What happened? I want to see him tomorrow, but I don't know.
Well, it seems like you connected to his energy, as you know. So you took on some of what he was going through, his grief. So he connected too much to the earth, as you are doing right now. So you're kind of copying what he did. So he really connected to Earth's energy and couldn't take it anymore. That's why he went crazy.
He had something, yeah. The doctors don't understand what's wrong with him. He woke up, but then he's blind, but his eyes are fine, but he's blind. Like, nobody understands. He has some kind of Anton syndrome or something. They say
I want to say it was like a possession of some kind was there too.
That's what I'm saying. And I think because I know that, I feel that, and I want to try to help him, but maybe, or I'm not strong enough, or something's blocking.
It seemed like it was like a curse, like a lower dimensional being put a curse on him. Now you can look at it from your perspective. I believe you can heal it. What I can see, it's like a possession, basically.
I'm gonna need some help with that. Yeah, okay, that's pretty complicated stuff.
No, as you read it, I believe you'll get some idea of what's going on, but. I'm with you with that.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very interesting. Up next, we have Emmy.
Hi, Lucifer. How are you?
Greetings. Doing well.
Greetings. I just wonder if you personally have any unique messages for me.
Well, it does seem like, yes, you're getting your direction, have a clear direction overall. You have been you've been opening up different windows and astrally trying to get into places that you weren't always welcome to, but you wanted to see what they're up to. So like astrally, you're kind of like almost like a spy. Some of these jobs you've been connecting to. It's like it's more of an astral connection. But we do feel like you will realign yourself to what is best for you overall. But these have been places that you have been, all these places you applied, feel like your energy is still there, and you're working on it in astral plane. I feel like you're putting a puzzle together, from what I can see, and some of it is cabal related, of course. So.
Yes. Thank you for that. And I guess my next question is just any other messages for either my health or just spiritual, or if the higher self person has anything for me.
Well, it does seem like the next year will be a better year. We do see job opportunities coming to you without even applying, but we don't have a time frame of when that'll occur. It seems like everyone's kind of struggling right now corporate wise. So, like some of those timelines have actually worked, but I believe a lot of them aren't doing so well as they say they are. So we do see someone reaching out. We don't know who or what. It could be maybe not what you're looking for, but we just see someone will be. So just continue in the direction you feel is right, of course. You'll feel a lot better throughout the coming year. And just like, yeah, the new year will be not perfect, but it'll be better than what you've been through before. It seems.
That's great. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Yeah, hopefully better for the collective too. Up next we have Dragon. Is Dragon still in the room? Might be having technical difficulties. So we'll move on to Silverclaw.
Hello, Lucifer.
Greetings, blessings.
Blessings as well. My first question. What's the deal with me and the night? Why would I feel so much energy when I was young at night? I think I feel it today also.
Like at night, you just feel like that's your daytime? Is that what you mean?
I was just wondering, just like your insights or your perspective on why I would feel so much energy at night. Like
Yeah,
even
it's like you're a phantom. You do your work at night in a positive way. You've also been a shadow being in your past incarnation, or where you work in the shadows. Doesn't mean you're a negative being, but you're just a shadow person. So you just feel, it's like you're like an owl. Owls usually, they're usually more active at night. So yeah, it's just that you have more clarity. You can see more things at night than during the day. During the day, you see one version. At night, you see when everybody comes out that's been hiding. So it's usually, that's when vampires come out, werewolves, things like that. So just more exciting, you can say.
Mm-hmm. So I'm positive about it, basically, right?
Yeah, that wasn't always the case in your past, but yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay. My next question. Any interesting messages about me I may not be aware of?
Well, I'm not sure this is helpful or not, but you've had lifetimes where you've been a ghost for a long time, like 100 years at one time, around the 1800s. You got kind of trapped here, or your energy got trapped here, and you were kind of haunting people for a while. Well, you weren't sure that we didn't know where you were, so you didn't know that you were dead, basically. But your energy was in spirit, but part of you was still here. So I believe it does seem like you were released by like a witch or something like that. They finally found you and released you from the earth. And that was Europe, actually. France. So it does seem like you went through like in a relationship, like a jealous lover, like killed you, it seems. I'm not sure if any of this is helping it. But that's just seem like something that you're releasing at this time.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, that makes sense with me sort of having like a healer kind of characteristic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're victim once and then you're a volunteer. I heard. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, lessons. Up next we have Christie.
Greetings, Lucifer.
Greetings to you.
And so my first question, I was wanting to know if you can see see what darkness that I need to release for this incarnation, like anything that I need to work on that I'm not seeing or looking at.
Oh, well, there's Archon connections. Basically, you're a shapeshifter at one time, where it was used for spying on people, for like a mission, like a spy. Like you were actually hired for it. It was like connected to like a Palladian lifetime, where you just had shapeshifting abilities and you're spying for governments and things like that. And some of that still seems, I believe you saw things you were not too comfortable with, and things that you're still kind of healed. What feels like, but you have been like you say, like the super soldier situation. You been connecting to that's connected to it, and you've been a spy for a long, long time. Not to say you're always spying on, but you're doing you've been part of groups that you're like to have like the UN, and you're like a member of it when you really aren't.
Yeah.
So,
Like detective spy, like investigators.
They can be quite intense. They're still healing a lot of that, it seems. Like, who's going to detect you? Because that when it happens, you got to get out of there fast. So
It's because I use my intuition a lot, so it's I go deep into the everything with it. So still connect with that, like I'm still interested in that in this one too, in this life.
And there's always an inner fear of being discovered. So because sometimes you copy other people, and you want to make sure the mannerisms are close enough, and that was kind of unsettling.
Oh, I had to impersonate someone else.
Yeah, I've done that many times. Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty cool. And that's a darkness, because that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, but not when you're
not
when everybody in there can kill you.
Okay, it was something else. It wasn't a fun. It was a different energy.
Yeah. I mean, here it might sound like fun, but when you're living, it's a whole different story.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Especially when you have family, kids, and all that. You don't want to lose that.
Yeah, they use that as manipulation.
Right. Yeah.
So, my second question, then I was wondering if I had a connection with you as like a dark witch in other incarnations, because I still feel when you said witch, then I felt, and I still feel connections with witch energies.
When you say that, I mean, I see a lot of on this. I see, when you say that, I see like the other answer was Andromeda also, but you're an Andromedan here. You had a lot of Andromedan witchcraft here on this world. Yeah, we can manipulate minds. This is more of your Dark Ages, Middle Ages time frame. Even connected to like dragon energies. It was it's like you're of course you're looking for darkness.
Something I can look at to release or know that it's there, not just my imagination.
Well, you were protecting some kings that were really dangerous.
Oh yeah, like cloaking them.
Well, giving them your insight, giving them your counsel. What do you think they should do?
Yeah.
Who to poison, for that matter, who to trust, things like that. So yeah, you're trying to. It does seem like you're trying to take down England at one time. I don't think that was successful. It seemed like you're France, somewhere in France. You were Romanian, actually, but you lived in France. But got a castle in France. I'm not saying where. They say like the chateau or something like that. That's what they say.
So like a sorcerer or seer.
Yeah, but you worked with many like chancellors, things like that, or royalty.
That's risky, huh? Telling them something and then it doesn't come to what they want to hear.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, but I don't believe they didn't go against you because they're too scared of you.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Omran's questions he asked me to read. His first question: are there any messages from my guides?
One moment. You're going deeper into your own subconscious, as you know, the dream world. The dream world and yourself might see yourself as different people. Even like the Pope, for a dark Pope, actually, at one time. But yeah, certain figures, like other versions of Earth, where you are in power at this time, in some form or another. So it's something for you to dive into whenever you feel the need to. And there's some Anunnaki energies there that are still healing, of course. Blessings.
Thank you. Your second question: is there any news from my higher self?
Yeah, there's no news. That means good news. No, well, that's just a joke. One moment. Well, it does seem like a change in your job's schedule, not necessarily the job's changing, but your schedule of your job. Feels like you're going to connect more to the nighttime energies, gargoyle beings like that. Of course, it's kind of a cryptic message. You're also very connected to Saturn, and knowledge of Saturn, something to think about. Seems like that energy is going to talk to you little by little. There's a lot of archon energies there that are wanting to be known. So I'll just leave you with that.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Stephen.
What's up, What's up, Lucifer?
Greetings to you. Doing well.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Much love to you.
Hello.
I would love. I just had a dream yesterday. It was a crazy dream. I was wondering if you can help me with it. I start off where I'm just walking around, and I'm like in this club type of atmosphere, and I'm just walking around. I have like this bag of goodies, like bag of snacks or something that I'm carrying around with me. I think I'm like maybe giving them out to people or just greeting. And there's a lot of people in this building, and I was just walking around talking with people and just mainly observing. And then I get to the corner of the room, and this one dude's having troubles manifesting. Like he's trying to manifest stuff, and he's getting irritated because he can't do it. He's trying to, and so I sit down with him, I talk with him, I tell him, it's all about your intentions. I show him like a mold, and how the mold is shapeless, you give it the shape. And so this like biker dude, real tall, beefy looking biker dude comes over to me, and I think he was like a cyborg, because he had like a metal arms and legs, but his center was like humanoid. And so he comes and he sits there and he reaches in my bag, and he takes a candy bar, and then he looks at me like, "What you gonna do about it?" And I was like, "Okay." He's like, and most of the time I would ignore it. I would let it go. I just didn't let it phase me. But so anyways, I just ignored him for a second, and I started talking. Kept carrying on the conversation with this guy's like, about manifesting and stuff. And then I go, "Yeah, like you gotta manifest like this glass ball in my hand." So I go over to that guy with the glass ball, and I smack him upside the head with it. And then it ends up knocking him out of the room, out of the club. And then so he has like guns on both of his hands. It's like they're like integrated into his arms. And so he pulls the gun out and tries to shoot me, and I duck behind the wall, but then I grab his gun and break it off of him. And then I literally pick him up and start slamming him on the ground. Like 1, 2, I slam him so many times he just breaks up. And then I take both of his guns and I start shooting him with it. I just wonder if you have more info on that. Thank you.
But that was a future version of Earth that you're connecting to. So that was actually happening. So you're like a mystic, a healer, but you can do other things. Kind of like a superhero, you can say, in some regard, but not one. I do see you like wearing a trench coat or something like those lines. But yeah, you're around with some seedy individuals, but it was a more of a highly evolved world. But the person that was trying to manifest, it shows that you're going into a new age or a new way of looking at things when manifestation is, people are trying to master it, maybe not for wealth, but just trying to figure it out. But that was like you're a mentor to that being, which is interesting. Because that being, I feel like it just got its cyborg. It just became a cyborg recently. It was more of a human, but had attachments due to fatality that went through. So the being that you're fighting, yeah, is one that's trying to stop people from manifesting, trying to shut people down. So yeah, it does feel like you're kind of like a cop of some kind there. Kind of like a Blade Runner type of person. You weren't hunting robots, but you were kind of like keep an eye on things, it seems. So very interesting. Their flying cars are in that world too.
Yeah, you're spot on, man. I felt that deeply. Second question is, thank you. I'll just leave it open. Just connect with my galactic family or anybody in general, and see what wants to come through. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a feline aspect of you that you're healing at this time. You're some of the feline energies that are here that help develop the human race. You are here as actually, I see you here as a Elohim being, as humans were evolving here. You're bringing guidance to it, and sometimes you had to step back and let let other aliens that are kind of bossy do what they wanted to do. Now you've been like a teacher as an alien, even as a feline being, but some of your students got really heavily in their ego. And there's really some got really bad, kind of got really, like you give them good information, but then they'll go rogue on it. It's like, wow. But so, yeah, you kind of took responsibility for that, but you can also see what they're doing. I mean, it was kind of fascinating too to see what they're up to, what they can create. They're really good at creating, creating, and it was just but they weren't exactly easy to be around. Kind of like feline pirates, kind of like that. So, but you had an energy where they can actually talk to you, like they'll call you like master or something like that. And they, have a good relationship with, even if they're like causing terror, taking over this planet and all that, they'll still talk to you like you're, still the teacher. So you're like one of the few people who can actually talk to them. So I'll leave you with that.
Sweet, awesome. Hey, real quick, how do you like the Netflix series Lucifer?
It's okay. That's like a kid's version of me. That's not the real. That's like the watered down version of a Lucifer. That's okay though. It's for the newbies. It's all right.
Right. Thank you.
I'm good with it though. Yes, blessings.
Hey, thank you. Dragon's back, so we'll go back to Dragon.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yes, great.
I had to disconnect for a second. Are you Lucifer?
Yes.
All right, good guess. So how are things going? I guess my first question is, I've been feeling like Earth is getting occasional, quite often, infusions of high quantities of life force energy and feminine energy, like the divine feminine and life force and sexual energy, and it's like maybe I'm a conduit a bit of that energy, but I feel it happening more often now. Is there anything about that you can talk about?
Well, there are a lot of new angelic energies here to steer the earth into a new direction. Like even new spirit guides to people are coming in, even if they have no idea. Like many people are losing their jobs right now, changing their lifestyles. That also means their spirit energy around them is shifting too. Meaning they are actually graduating, even if they don't think they are. So they're going through challenges to face themselves and know that it's like the old world, just like when the earth went into technology during your industrial age. A lot of suffering what happened during that too. So it's kind of like going through the same thing. We are going into the spiritual age, which is it's more of the mind is being opened, because for many the mind is closed. As you can see, humans are actually taught how to keep their mind closed. I mean, they open up to a certain degree, but not open it up. But now you're going through an opening. So even for spirit beings, opening up the mind is very difficult. Well, they know how to do it at least. But yeah, so you're seeing minds open here, and that's what Earth is changing. So
cool. So we're heading like a spiritual space age, but not a more physical space age, more of a advanced space age. Like if some races have been in space for tens of thousands of years, may eventually reach. And we're just kind of skipping all that junk, hopefully.
Well, yeah, the soul. I mean, yeah, people are becoming more intuitive to their galactic surroundings, and that will come in first before the physical really starts to shift. You got to get used to what's around you, and a lot of times still blocked for the moment. But over time, things are starting to open. Every day is a new day for opening, but sometimes doors shut. Not everything's because people, as you go into your awakening, you can see things that you're not supposed to see just yet. So some people get shut off quite a bit. So But yeah, it's like a spiritual shift.
So cool. My second question is about the Congress, and I can't imagine. I'm surprised this even happened. Congress, commissioned the intelligence to write up our space agencies and actually our military to write up a research on UFO sightings they've had and stuff like that, and provided to them. It has, it hasn't been officially released, but of course, it was quote leaked out. This like, I'll leave this on my desk, I guess, and yeah, it's fine. Go leave it on your desk, and just invite the reporters in and just kind of walk out. And I don't know how it leaked, but yeah, they're good at leaking stuff in an unofficial manner, and nobody gets in trouble too much. It's like part of how government functions, because they can't just share it with us; they have to leak it, so nobody is officially responsible for it. There's an Israeli space former space agency head who talked about there's extraterrestrials, and the U.S. government is in contact with them. Everything we already know, like nothing. But I think it is to some people, or at least they were just never expected to hear it from an official source. How are we like heading to a year? It feels to me like there's going to be a lot more of that. Talk about like the potentials with that, because I know timelines are crazy right now.
Well, yeah, a lot of generals, army generals, are hired as with the Israeli. They're just they don't want the karma. Yeah, I believe that was mentioned somewhere. Yeah, they don't want to leave this world without saying, putting their assisting humanity for what they know. Even if they know very little, they know something is going on. So I would expect more generals down the line to be, continue with leaks. There will be a time when you'll have like your news reporters, like you'll have like a major news, company will have actually a UFO, reporter that will actually talk about that. Now they, when they take it more seriously, because they're going to have to eventually adapt to this new age. Now they're not going to go to the psychic level; they're not there yet. But they're going to have more of your UFO reporters, just whatever's leaked out and things. They're not going to go digging for anything. But when they start taking it more seriously, so that I believe that's been kind of, they're thinking about it, but it has not fully, come in. But the government's kind of ruling a lot of that. Meaning, yeah, as you said, the government is kind of leaning in that direction, little by little. So.
And when you say not the psychic level, I mean, the military has psychics that can talk to the extraterrestrials, right? But it's not going to be shared. Like, they don't want to let that out.
The media won't be talking about the psychic stuff just yet. I'm going to see it from a more media point of view. They'll look at the physical. They're not quite there in metaphysics. Eventually. But that's when your media goes away. But your military officials, are very connected psychically. Yeah, they're fully aware of all of this. So I do see leaks throughout your year coming, and yes, it'll increase throughout your coming years. So,
thanks. Much love.
Yes.
Okay, blessings. Very cool. Up next, we have Brock.
Hello, blessings.
Yes, greetings.
Okay, so I was recently told that I have multiple incarnations going on, and I was just kind of wondering, like, what they're up to, or, like, their missions, and if they know of my existence, and if we could ever meet.
Well, like parallel lives, versions of you? Yes. There's a Palladian version of you watching the Earth at this time. I don't believe they're fully aware of you. They know that they have their energy is on this planet, but they don't know who it is. So they're somewhat aware. Meeting is unlikely. You might connect to like a astral, like a spirit twin here, but they won't look anything like you though, and it won't be you, but be like a soul that you're very connected to. So everyone has a twin soul, so you might connect to your twin possibly in this lifetime. Might be a female too. So, but yes, you have like, feels like you have more than this, but it feels like 15 lifetimes going on at this time that you're connected to, other versions of Earth at this time. I believe there's more, but it's like there's 15 significant ones that you're connected to at this moment.
Okay, interesting. Thank you. And then for the second one, I was wondering if you could tell me more about my wizard connections and how I could go about connecting to that better in this life.
Well, you see, connected to your wizard is through crystals. Like you look at crystals, like what would a wizard have? What kind of crystal would a wizard have? That's one way of connecting to your wizard self. Yeah, there's a lot of blockages there because you and the dragons did not get along very well at times. I felt like there was a dragon trying to eat you at one time because they were really. It was like he was really irritated at you. And that dragon is like a father figure to you until you kind of went against it. The thing about having a dragon as a father figure, teaching you how to do things, teaching you about magic, and then after a while, I was like, I think this dragon's evil. So yeah, then he went against it, and he's kind of so mad at you at this time, it seems. So, but yeah, it's good to dive into that world, definitely. But you're like a neutral dragon, wizard, dragon. So you connect to light and dark. So.
Okay, thank you. Blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, we have James.
Yeah, greetings.
I was told that I was connected to you, Lucifer, and also the Lucifer, the planet, and you tell me if I have a similar connection to Lilith, the being, and also Lilith, the planet, or something like that.
Well, the plant energy, lives within you because you give energy to plants itself, to the plant life. Where Lilith, you probably combine your energy with mine and also Lilith for plant energy around planets, even astral plants.
I mean a planet, like
planet?
A sphere.
Oh. Well, I have to clear the energy. One moment. Yeah, it does seem like you're still healing a lot from the past. Yeah, it seems like, I know this is not actually what you asked for, but it does seem like you're like captured at one time and tortured. I think you feel some of that still. You were let's see, not a wizard, but you went against the king. I believe it was like King George. Yeah, you're one of those that went against King George that caused a revolution, something like that. I feel like you're one that was you knew King George very, very well. And then you saw how corrupt, I don't want to use a foul language here, but how corrupt shit was. Then you started to expose him. That didn't go too well for you, if I can see here. But it did give you karmically, but you're still healing from that. I believe they caught you and tortured you, from what I can see. But that was part of the revolution. So you're connecting to Lilith to heal at this time, and my energy. So hopefully some of that was helpful. That's pretty deep when you think about it. Yes.
I see. Can you tell me something I'm not aware of about my Andromedan, feline, spider, or Archangel connections?
Well, yes, those are connected to before you even connected to Earth. Meaning, like, as an Andromedan being, you live pretty much a peaceful life until you found Earth. And then everything, then your energy got caught up with the planet and got pulled into the Earth cycle. It doesn't mean you're constantly reincarnating here, but it's like you wanted to assist it once you found your own darkness here. You wanted to, help others break their cycle. Let's put it that way, and helping the Earth's evolution of the planet. So these Andromeda energies they're all with you to help you here. So you have a spider being that talks to you, a feline being that talks to you. Obviously, they all said, "Don't do it. Don't come here unless you know what you're doing." And you knew what you were doing, but you got the souls that they assist the Earth. Like you talk about aliens assisting the Earth, and then they get kind of trapped here, but not trapped where you can't leave. But they feel like they need to help the planet in its evolution. So, hope that's helpful.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Anana.
Hello, Lucifer.
Yes, greetings.
That's so interesting that you came, because I was just thinking about you before this meeting, and that's cool.
Yeah, Drama's going to come, but I said I'm coming instead.
So my first question, how am I related to Inanna, the one that Ishtar?
Well, it seems like it was one that you had a lifetime where you went through a sacrifice, it seems, for like a god energy, like during the Greek time period, it seems, ancient Greece, and you integrated into Ishtar's energy, it seems. So it was actually, you assisted with the human evolution, kind of gave yourself away to connect, to help with the human growth pattern. So Ishtar is a very strong connection, a protector energy at this time. So you're connected to like the blood of the earth, you can say, or the growth of the earth because of that. So, and you're still helping others. It's kind of like being an angel. Let's put it that way.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Thank you. And my second question is, what is our story with you? Because I had a lot of meetings with you this year. I was granted to meet you many times. So what is our story? And if you have any question to me, any
questions for you?
Not question, but any guidance, anything.
Well, yeah, you're willing to see more of yourself. You wanted to, even like connection with this earth, you wanted to see how you handle darkness on a planet like this. Would you get corrupt or stay neutral? Or even if you were corrupt, will you accept it? Because some people are in denial. So you're coming more first full circle of yourself. You've faced your darkness. So you're achieved. So I'm there to like show you how you graduated, you can say, from self-despair or victimness. You've moved away from all of that, from what I can see. You become more centered to yourself. So that's why I'm there. And this will bring in more power. Now, you let ego outside, you're not letting ego guide you. So that's why all these tests happen on this planet, to see how people act, see what they do.
I can feel that. I'm going through a lot of shit right now, and it's so hard.
Oh, you just keep your head above water. Yeah, just you'll make it through. But it's like the water's right at your neck.
That's how I feel.
Just survive it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I love it.
Some of that water feels like fire.
It is. It is. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings, Lucifer.
Greetings to you.
I'm so glad you came by.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
It's been a while. My question, first question is about my first meeting was with these two evil beings that stopped by. So these days, what I've been doing is trying to integrate even more, not integrate, but explore who I am as I'm as I'm also not going just towards the light, but I'm trying to appreciate the darkness for what it is, and kind of have it light and dark be with me at the same time. And the question is basically, is that a good path? But also, it's also a philosophical one in terms of my thinking is evil should be, my realization is evil should be appreciated for what it is. You know, it's doing its job, and it's what light and it are working together. So we're trying to get rid of it, and that seems to be the path. You know, we're getting lighter and lighter. But is that my path? I kind of think, well, shouldn't I be integrating it rather than just getting rid of, getting lighter?
Well, yes. First off, those beings, the demonic beings, were showing off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at us. Look how fancy we are.
Yeah, I picked that up. Yeah.
Yeah, we can cause nightmares for these people.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that.
I had the impression that they were like kind of not even evil, just kind of like mischievous, like having access to this evil stuff, but just going, oh yeah, well, you know, look at this, we can do this. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like trickster beings. Okay. They're trying to pull you into that energy, but you said no. But they were saying, hey, yeah, but we still like you though.
Okay. Well, I like them. So
yeah. So, but yeah, you have a tolerance for evil. You could say, well, because evil gets evil when it's ignored, when it's not understood. And you have a Mussolini, you have a Hitler. It's a little bit different, but Mussolini, you know, somebody just. It's like, hey, I have all these talents. Do you care? And people say, I don't care. And then it's like, okay, screw you. I'm gonna take over your planet.
Yeah, that's my impression. Like, it really gets a bad rap, you know. At the same time that I go, well, I don't like you, but you know, I don't like you, but I'm trying to respect it.
So yeah, you're seeing where positivity has its own faults, as you know. Of being kind of snobbish, arrogant, and they don't even know it. And that's even scary.
It's all for the good.
Think about it. It's like
it's all for the.
They're in their little.
It's like
they're in a bubble.
Sorry, So my path is.
You're here to heal that energy. Yeah, you're here to be a balance. You're here to recognize that. So you're understanding more of your path. So the world is ready to hear you, as before it was kind of put you on mute. But, oh yeah, that's great and everything, but we don't want to hear that. So it shows the Earth is going into more of a spiritual energy. It seems like also you do pull energies from the trolls, but trolls also look ugly, but that's on the outside. There's a lot more going on. And trolls can be pretty vicious too when they're ignored or treated like dirt. So, because people go by looks, those are the positive, go by looks. So of course they're going to get vicious. They're going to get mad. Even spirit beings that are decent get angry at other positive beings all the time. So, just because I'm different doesn't mean I'm bad. But some of the positive get different.
You are bad as well, but yeah, that's who
exactly.
You are.
Yeah, but they don't see it that way.
Yeah.
No, that word does not exist in their vocabulary, as you know.
No, it's like, instead of trying to get rid of evil, it's now just let's ignore evil. So it's like, oh yeah, that's not better.
Yeah, it gets even worse. Yeah, it can be worse and dark. That's why the demonic beings come to them. It's like, you're worse than we are.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. The other question I have is something that happened when I was around 7, and I got the breath knocked out of me, and I couldn't breathe, and I had an impression that a being came and said, well, do you really want to live? Do you want to keep on living? Because I can help you live. And I was like, yeah, I want to live. And after that, I was going, oh, I just sold my soul to you. Did I sell my soul to you?
To me?
Yeah. Or no?
No, I think it's just more of acknowledge. You took on a new path, like extension of yourself. I don't see like you. I think you just connect to the Lucifer energies to see further into the what does it call it, the rabbit hole, some would call it. You just want to look deeper into yourself, deeper into you didn't sell any soul or anything like that. No.
Good. Well, it has been a pleasure.
Yes.
Blessings to you. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Up next, we have Liz.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings. So, I feel very connected to the extraterrestrials right now. And so almost like I don't know. My mind is not here right now, so it's being hard for me to communicate. um, can you tell me what kind of extraterrestrials I'm in contact right now?
So like the Nordic beings, the tall blondes, it can be a little bit intense it seems like they brought you onto their ship. So you're there now on their ship, giving them guidance to what to do here, like a commander. You want to also make sure that they don't get exposed or they don't make a mistake where they're heading.
But are they Pleiadian Nordics or Pleiadian, right?
There's other beings too, of course, without making themselves known. I mean, there's Zetas or Arcturians that you're connecting to also. I feel like the Nordics are protecting you as you do your mission and we say astrally, but it isn't fourth dimension. Yeah, it's a secret mission basically. It has a lot to do with California, what California is doing to itself. Kind of like it's like assassinating itself currently. So,
well,
in some ways,
yeah.
But it is clearing out a lot of deep state energies currently. That's one of the reasons why it's doing what it's doing.
In our government is all the people that are in control of our government right now, the negative ones are from California actually. All the big guys there are from California. So yeah, I think it's
Yeah, some of them, like Nancy Pelosi, has life extension energies currently. I think even Mitch McConnell has some too, but nothing like Pelosi though.
well, Mitch McConnell, and there is Adam Schiff, and there are others there too. There are good ones there too from California.
But it does feel like the deep state is slowly fleshing its own self out, so it doesn't get discovered, is what I see. So there's a lot of they're trying to cover themselves up currently. So California is almost like its own country. So yeah, it just there's a lot of psyop energy that you're part of, or secret ops, you could say.
Well, yes, there's a lot of military bases too in here that are were in possession of the Sikar.
Well, there is a timeline where on the military base where reptilian beings will be more seen physically. Like their cloak will not work anymore as the Earth shifts. Doesn't mean they'll be walking around getting dinner or something, but people will start to see them in their visions more clearly. A lot of it's been blocked, but yeah, as the Earth's going through a shift, a lot of these alien beings can't hide anymore. And most of the desert areas where they'll be seen. Of course, who's out in the desert right now? Some people are. So.
And how about the base around here where I am, the Vandenberg base?
Well, it does seem like you have your energy, your presence there. That's where the Nordics are connected to, it seems. So it's feel like your energy field is surrounding it. So I would say almost protecting it, because what's going on there, even the people there don't realize what's happening there. Yeah, these military bases are going to eventually turn into more of a galactic bases where ships can land. Obviously, they're already set up for it.
It is a spaceport there, so.
Yeah. They become more clear, though. They become more obvious. It's obvious, but not obvious. So.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I feel like even Tesla's energy would be even involved with that too.
To clean up that base. Well,
yeah.
The
Just
hands of the
become
wrong people.
well, like change military bases to be more galactic, where a ship can actually lift off from it.
The Galactic Federation of Worlds, right?
Yeah, where military bases, we can actually have a rocket on those military bases and just launch from there. You have a while for that. But that's the plan.
But I hope we're going to continue with not continue, but it starts to have more communications and more. The contract will be with the Galactic Federation of Worlds or the Ashtar Command, not the Ashtar Collective.
Yeah, that's all in the works at this time. Well, they have to see what humans are going to do first. Humans come first. Humans have to make their decisions. Yeah, they're just waiting. I mean, yes, they're assisting, but they can't make the decisions for this place.
But they're being misled. The humans are being misled and brainwashed. It's hard for them to make a clear decision without knowing, Just like in the old times, right?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Exactly.
Really. Humans have not changed. It's been the same thing forever. But yeah, more of their perspective. Well, their perspective has been opening ever since technology came in. Their minds have been opening to that. And now they're going more galactic. As the seed of that will be put in the memory into the mind, but not just yet. Because you can't program a program, and humans just have to be programmed to look at things a little bit differently. That program is not allowed yet, as you can see. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's funny how beings can really control a society, as you see. It's so easy. So I just put one idea there, and then all of a sudden people start acknowledging alien energies on a massive scale. It just hasn't been allowed yet.
Oh yes, it's an idea over and over and over, and not allowed another idea because they're repressed, suppressed. Any other idea, and then they don't have where to go.
Yes.
Or how far they can suppress, and how far they can squeeze the human, right?
Yes, right. So.
Thank you so much.
All right, blessings.
Blessings, thank you. Yeah, I feel the issue with humans and aliens is that humans need to step into their power, so it's not such an unbalanced, codependent relationship when the aliens do show up. Otherwise they'll just be giving their power away to the aliens all over again.
Well, that's what you're learning right now.
Right.
Yeah, and those that are aware about the aliens, as you know, have no problem giving away their power, just like that.
Yeah, and people don't understand the potential they have because they're too busy giving all their power away.
Right.
Yeah. Up next, I have Braden's questions. He asked me to read his first question. Are there any messages for me?
We do see yes, realizing you don't connect to your family very often. I feel like that energy is going to be looking to be healed in your future. Doesn't mean it'll be this year or next year, but I feel like you'll be able to talk to them more clearly when the time is right. But for right now, just focus on yourself so you're attracting what you need, and prosperity will come more clear when the time is right. But I feel like your galactic origins in your mind will come more clear too. There's obviously been a lot of blockages, and you are very connected to the moon. A lot of your energy, you've been on the moon a lot astrally recently. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question. Are there any messages from the tall whites for me? Thank you.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of new tall white children that have been born recently. Some that are going to incarnate here. Even as a child, they can still incarnate here. Basically, your younger energy is surrounding the Earth. Look at it that way. Even if they're not seen, but just a lighter energy is coming to the planet. So you're part of that process at this time. Well, alien children energy, will help humans find themselves. Of course, it's going to take some time for that energy to come in, but that's another reason why the Earth's energy is getting lighter. Even if you don't feel it right away, but over time, it will show itself. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again, Lucifer, for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
I've been going through some bodily changes, feelings like electric static coming off of my hands, like when I touch my crystals. Like just before touching them or hovering above them, I'm feeling like a static, current that's flowing between my fingers and the crystals. And even when I'm grooming my hair or something, I'm feeling it more than just static shock. It doesn't go away. And like a ringing in my ear when I'm cleaning my ears, like a metallic kind of hollow sound. So I'm looking to see from your perspective or like Mother Earth's, what's going on with my physical self.
So that crystal, you're connected to that reality. You're going into another dimension when you connect to it. So this has been something new, as you said. And you're bringing the crystal energy. It's like you're going into the crystal and the crystal energy is coming through you. So, and until you that was done on purpose to bring that energy through yourself. So you're connected to other dimensions of the realities that are needed for the Earth. So you're like a satellite. You're bringing you're sending communications into the Earth. At least what I can see.
Very cool, yeah, because that crystal is like the center crystal on my grid that I use to set my intention. So when you say I'm connecting to that crystal, that timeline, connecting to that intention, which is very cool. Yeah, for my second question, I'll just leave it open to see what are some of my angelic connections with you. Not necessarily good or bad, it just whatever is most important right now.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I want to go back into your first question a little bit. So the crystal energy is connected to the Earth. Obviously, even a crystal energy can be hesitant to come through too soon. Because, like, when does the Earth need our energy? Now they're here, but now they're being allowed to, breathe into the Earth's energy field. So that's, that's showing you, it's kind of giving an insight of where things are going. It doesn't mean the world's going to change overall, but think of like a planet with that energy, that crystal energy worldwide. So the different world.
More. Right.
Yeah. As your connection with my energy, it was to, you say, healing reptilian worlds that became too dark. So okay, you have a planet that's like full of darkness, like beings that are kind of full of themselves. Reptilians are normally for that. Well, there's humans that do the same thing, but of course use reptilians for example. So your energy, now you don't always have to be seeing, you can even do this in spirit. You like open up a door. Hey guys, you can go to other planets and visit those places too. So, oh, that's a good idea. We're being drawn to go to other places and cause mayhem. Because you send a lot of reptilian beings to positive worlds to waken them up. Because some of them really not realizing who they are anymore. So you bring them there, your system to be shaking things up a little bit.
So I break up their party and I send them off to rehabilitate themselves.
Exactly, yeah. So even part of like, we're just using reptilians for example, there's other beings too. Like let them build up and then open up and send them all over the place because the world need them. You need a balance. The worlds will become unbalanced because some planets, they reach a cycle where they just not exist anymore, and some of those beings would close those planets out actually. So you're part of a balance, and you're here to balance things out.
Yeah, I get that feeling. Like when I think of the a polarity between light and dark, and
Right.
this war that we're stuck in the middle of. It's like I
Mhm.
feel like I don't see too much differences, as many differences as I see similarities between both sides. And it gets ironic to the point where it's like, why do you guys keep fighting for it? It's like, I don't want to win your war. I want to end this and get past this cycle. So that's where I'm kind of at right now.
Yeah. Well, some want to fight. Just even if there's no reason to fight anymore, they want to fight anyway.
Well, yeah, so there's some more lessons to get out of it, but it's like we've already repeated this cycle enough times. It's like beating a dead horse.
Well, that's what your government's going through right now. They're fighting among each other. They can make it peaceful. They can move on with their lives. That shows the stubbornness of some of these souls. They just want to control everyone.
Mm-hmm.
They're still, it's on them. It's like everybody wants to grow, but these two people. So everyone's getting angry because, of course, usually somebody in power. So a person in power is building up so much karma because of that. And, that karma is going to be with that person for a very long time, but they don't care.
Yeah, I guess to the point of no return, and you've already committed, so there's no point quitting, I guess.
Yeah, because they want to get their way. They want to feel like they're right. They're the winner. They don't want to give in, even if it's the right thing to do. They don't want to give in, as you can see. This is happening.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to pick your battles. You rather be right or you rather be happy.
Well, actually, I mean, beings that are very controlling, that are in a powerful position, it's part of their growth, but it's also humanity teaching them, like it takes a village to raise a child. It's kind of like that. So, yeah, I can go on with that.
Yeah, so I kind of get what you're saying. That we got some troublemakers in the universe here that we're rehabilitating, at the expense of our collective at the moment. But that's something that is done out of balance so that everybody can, I guess, see eye to eye in a sense.
Yeah. Well, you also put on different worlds. You put kings and royalty into power, for various reasons, for good or bad. But yeah, you're a part of that decision making, even yourself.
What authority do I have to make those decisions?
Where no one else wants to take on if it's a mistake or not. Nobody wants to take them.
Oh, I gotcha.
Nobody wants to take that on.
The karma, right? All right.
Yeah. But even on a galactic level, we've done it too. Well, you where some worlds you just know where things are going to go, and other beings are clueless. So, and you've been right like most of the time too. So, can't always be right.
Yeah, of course. Like for now, for example.
Yeah, right now everything's this is showing you how trickster energies really work on a planet, how desperate they can get, and the human race is allowing it to happen, of course.
If you're gonna give them credit, they don't know how to quit, So.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Blessings again, Lucifer, for helping us.
Blessings to you all. Much blessings to you all. All right. Blessings. All right. Thank you.